Hi, my air conditioner is out, and it's really damn hot. My fan literally just blows hot air at me, and I don't like that. I've developed an optimal ice tray emptying schedule to retain maximum cubage at all times. Here are 5 great ice levels that very nearly make it bearable to exist in this condition, but in the end they don't actually, but it's like kind of nice that they come close to doing so. Number 5! Pretty standard to see in a list of good ice levels, I suppose. Snowblairblast is pretty rad. Over the course of the level, the weather steadily becomes more wild, moving from a light, quiet snowfall at the beginning to a raging blizzard that makes it increasingly hard to see. In addition to the typical slidey floor mechanics that many ice levels have, Snowblairblast has a ramping range of different platforming challenges and, of course, lots of barrels. I always found this really cool, because while the challenges themselves slowly get harder, they go in tandem with the weather and it thematically feels like more of a struggle while also tangibly being more of a struggle. I would relate it to the way that I wake up in the morning with the AC broken. It's nice and cool because the windows let in some pleasant nighttime breeze, but the sun glaring through the window is what actually wakes me up. Over the course of the day, the breeze is strangled by the harsh grip of the accursed ball of light that hangs in our sky and is replaced with dead, muggy air. By the time evening sets in and the sun sits in the west, shining directly into the only 2 windows in my office, the simple act of sitting in my desk chair becomes a test of might between me and the strangling grip of an impending heat stroke. It's a good ice level. Number 4. Is this fair? An entire continent as one single spot on the list? Well, of course it's fair, silly. It's not like we'd include Sholazar Basin, so it's only most of the continent. Because f*** Sholazar Basin. Northrend is the North Continent in the world of Azeroth. Between its perilous storm peaks and walrus people-inhabited Borean tundra and completely empty snow wasteland of Dragonblight is ice. Lots and lots of ice. I played a fair bit of the Wrath of the Lich King expansion of WoW in my day. And while I could go back to those lands and dungeons and raids now and walk through the hordes of enemies that fall at my mere presence, and one-shot bosses that are literally demigods, causing them to play both their aggro sound and death sound almost simultaneously.
Well, your blood will temper the weapons used to reclaim this world.
It's still nice to wander around the landscape and pretend that it's not actually pushing 90 degrees inside my actual surroundings. Northrend is home to the infamous Frozen Throne, a spire of ice around which countless Warcraft plot points have revolved. Much like our green earth revolves around a demon sphere bent on my inevitable heat death. The throne was crafted by Kil'jaeden, one of the Eridar commanders of the demon army, the Comfortable Temperature Legion. Which is not the canonical name, but I'm avoiding as many words as I can that would serve to me a grim reminder of the hell I'm currently living in. Overall, I think Northrend is a pretty solid place that has to do with ice. And while I haven't said anything of notable importance about it, I'm sure we can all agree with me. Number 3. Now I know, analytically putting an indie game on this list that most likely none of you have played will result in you either skipping this section or exiting the video entirely, but let's be honest, when has my channel ever looked like one that plays well with YouTube analytics to begin with? 1001 Spikes is actually a remake of sorts, much like The Binding of Isaac Rebirth, which was also published by the same studio, Nicholas. This means that all of the original game is there to be played, but if you're a complete boss like I am, and or if you're desperately looking to escape the boiler room of an apartment you live in because your air conditioner is broken, like I am, you can collect the Key of Serpentis after initially conquering the ruins of Yucampa to open an entire second set of levels in Antarctica. Now I'm gonna pat myself on the back right now, but only very lightly because I'm covered in sweat and it feels unpleasant. I beat all of Antarctica, and the difficulty starts on the difficulty you left off on from Yucampa. These levels are blisteringly tough and borderline unfair in a lot of situations, but I'll take blisteringly tough over the nightmare curse of actual blisters caused by extreme heat any day. And so this game made it on the list. The blue color scheme and pushable blocks of ice both remind me of things that are low temperature. And there are even penguins here, so it's like, yeah, I'd go there if I could. Number 2! God, I don't know. It's getting hard to think, man. I'm recording this under a blanket. It's hot. What's hip with the kids? What's another level? Snowden? Kids like Undertale? You guys like Undertale? No, you know what? F it. That one level from Halo 1. The one with the bridges. I think it was the first one you can get like a Banshee in. Like you could fly a Banshee for the first time in that level. Attack on the control room. Assault? Assault? Is it assault on the control room? I think it's assault on the control room. Number 1. This is a level in Metroid Prime. It's an ice level. It's good. It has some pretty sick music. It's not hot. That pretty much ticks all my boxes. Phendrana Drifts, despite being filled with actual walking mouths that want to kill you, takes my number 1 spot because in the end, isn't the sun just a giant mouth that wants to kill us all? I prefer the smaller, killable kinds of murder mouths, especially when there's snow around. Let me tell you, if the sun was in Phendrana Drifts, it would be neither small nor killable. And likely there wouldn't be any snow around because, well, there wouldn't be any snow. Yeah. So, logically, because Phendrana Drifts does not contain the entire sun in it, it's infinitely better than the hypothetical Phendrana Drifts that does contain the entire sun. And if that's not enough to convince you, here's some footage with the in-game sounds playing as if that's irrefutable evidence that you have no possible way of denying. Unfortunately, in the end, my reality can't be escaped, no matter how many slidey floors I run over, penguins I rescue, snowballs I throw, or icy lakes I get mercilessly dunked into by my opponents. Thanks for watching. Here are my patrons. They're cool people. Thanks, guys. Click a thing and join them. I'm Sunder. Bye.